Oh boy, that is what you call a wonderful night in Rome. Romantada complete. Roma show up to one of the best nights in Europe. It has to be said right now. This is one that I think I'll remember for a very long time. Classic, as we see here, Jose Mourinho-esque performance. Roma hit on the counter, so good. This is just one of those games, man, that makes you so happy to be a fan. It's just like, you know, it, I'm just so happy, guys. How you feeling right now? Write it in. Let me know what you're thinking. Hopefully the connection's okay. I'm seeing that my Wi-Fi has been a little strange right now. Let me see how this sounds for you. I'm gonna check everything as everybody comes in real quick. But audio, everything looks okay. So let me just gauge what everyone's feeling right now. This is one that really sets the tone. Roma can achieve something really important, something really big this season now. It's on a platter for them to go and take it, go into the semifinal of the Europa League. And guys, a video is stopping. All right, so that's not great. Let's see why it's acting all choppy like that for me. And I wonder if something's going on with my connection. I don't know why that would be good. Let's see. I'm gonna try to plug in real quick and see what's going on with that. Maybe that'll give me a little bit of a better connection. Um, Maybe that gives me something there, Marco. I'm hoping. But geez, seriously, special performance, the special one. The comments are rolling in. We've got so many people in here right now. I'm just hoping that my connection can become a little bit more stable with me. In the meantime, I have a bad feeling that I'm gonna have to restart my phone. I'm hoping that is not the case, but let me know how on your end, because all I see is like chippy video. So many good things. I'm just seeing it come in, and I'm just worried. So please let me know in the comments right now how it looks on your end, because on mine it looks like the video is just not showing up, or it looks just really choppy. So that's just one of my concerns. Let's see if I hold this a little closer here. Audio is good. All right, if audio is good, then hopefully this figures itself out. I'm gonna try to post this around real fast and see if there's something I could do for my Wi-Fi. No, Wi-Fi's fine. Wi-Fi's fine. Everything's okay. Sorry for that interruption here. Okay, the video's coming in straight now. It looks slightly like a half second delay. I'm going to throw this around. Bear with me. As you can see, my Totti frame that I just put up. And there we go. Static. It shouldn't be. Put my quality down. I'm not sure what's. It should be okay now. This looks good. Let me know. Um, that should be fine. It should be all good. Should be a little bit better right now. Guys, throw in your comments in the meantime. What you're feeling right now. I am just hoping that Roma can feed off this guy's performance. I've always anticipated. I think that as fans, we've always wanted to see the team show up and put in a really big performance takedown to 720. Let's see if I can do that with my video here. Standard definition. I'm actually already at standard def. I'm at 480. I'm not at 720, but it should be okay. Like it's looking a lot better on my end right now. Anyway, so let's go action by action here, guys. I'm going to take us through the timeline before we get into the emotions and the comments. 3rd minute shot saved by Pellegrini off the break. Belotti passes it to him, and it is saved. So it was saved by the keeper. I thought Pellegrini had a big chance there early on, but Cristante a few minutes later has a half foot off the corner. It just goes to the right of the keeper. It's intense pressure by Roma to start this off. It's direct. It's aggressive. And then in the 13th minute, Rui Patricio keeps Roma in the game as Szymanski from point-blank range almost scores. And then Roma hit off the counter, and Roma draw nothing off of that, but that's okay. And, from then on, it's like it seems like it was anybody's to win or to lose. And the impression to me was like that this was going to be an all-out war. I didn't think that tactics were totally going to influence this game, but ultimately they do. That's just like I thought it was going to get a little bit more open. But you see that Arne Slot, very good manager. That team is so well drilled. 25th minute, he starts screaming for a handball on Llorente, but it hit his own body and then bounced off the top of his arm. That shouldn't have been given as a penalty. It wasn't. 28th minute, Smalling makes a kick save. Also a good opportunity there by Feyenoord. 30th minute, El Shaarawy misses a great chance after being played in by Pellegrini. And then 1 minute later, red card for Salvatore Foti for putting his arm around of Jimenez. And then that brings us to halftime, which unfortunately Roma lose Wijnaldum, who's injured, gets injured for his hamstring, and he's substituted on for El Shaarawy. And El Shaarawy will play a very important role later in this match. Okay, before I continue looking, I just want to keep an eye on these comments coming in. It looks like the video's good now. I don't know what happened. That's an uncommon thing. Sometimes when I use my phone as my camera, and sometimes like when the battery's low, it interrupts the connection. It just doesn't work as good as it should. But to start off the second half, off the break, it was in like the first few seconds, Roma hit the woodwork. That was the 28th time that they hit the woodwork this season in 44 matches, and no other team in Europe is close, even in proximity to that. 60th minute, Spinazzola scores. Referee messes up the call. It should have went out for a corner, goes in for a throw-in, and then Spinazzola finds some space on the left flank. I believe it's with his right foot and puts it. It's low and slow, but it beats the keeper nonetheless. And then in the 89th minute, Dybala makes his entrance about 10 minutes before that. Makes it 2-1 with a phenomenal turn. His balance, his center of gravity is unmatched. Incredible goal by Paulo Dybala. And Roma's run in the Europa League looks like it's going to be dampered when Feyenoord score, right? But it's that Dybala goal which keeps them in, and then it goes into extra time. Really crazy match here, and keep the comments coming in. I know we're all just super pumped, and yeah, a lot of predictions went out the window for this one. Okay, 94th minute, Jimenez puts it over from 7, maybe 6 yards out. I don't know how he missed that. That kid has 16 goals so far this season, and that's so uncharacteristic of the young Mexican center forward to have missed that. 16 goals. 96th minute, Dybala's shot from the top of the box is saved. That's a left-footed curler. And then Roma hit the woodwork off the corner. 29th time this season, 2 in 1 match. 29 times Roma has hit the woodwork this season. I don't even know what type of statistic that is. That has to be a record in itself, not one that you want to have. And then in the 101st minute, Roma take the lead. Excellent through ball by Pellegrini. He has the whole play in front of him. He sees it, the trequartista that could, and he sees Abraham to his right. Abraham, so smart, so cool, a brain of a player that he's formed into instead of this player who plays off the shoulder of the last defender. Mourinho has converted Abraham into an excellent guy, not only off the bench, but really a center forward who knows how to link up and play with his teammates. Buzzing, that is the word. Yes, Vincent nails it in the comments right now. And then it's into El Shaarawy. He feeds it on a plate, on a platter for him, who converts it. I mentioned El Shaarawy, who comes in as a sub, and he missed a couple opportunities, but makes up for it big time with that one. And Roma march on, guys. The goal by Pellegrini, I think, makes it 4-1, and that was the dagger that put this Feyenoord team down. You know what? They were chippy. They played hard, but Roma were a team of superior quality, were able to overcome the Rotterdam team tonight. And yeah, I can't say what a game this was, what type of performance and what I'm feeling. Just totally, adrenaline, guys. That's exactly it. Paulo Dybala, like, should I just get up? Like, round of applause. Phenomenal player. Fuori classe. Somebody I'm so proud of to have in this team. You know who is in the stands? This guy, that guy, and this guy right here. And you know what it means to them. You know what it means to the old guard of Rome, to the 67,000 fans that were at the Stadio Olimpico on their feet, waving flags endlessly, showing up and giving support to the fans, to the players, even before they got into the stadium, with the Pullman before it got there. It took a city to get Roma to win tonight. And you see what can happen when you have a coach that feeds into and buys into the team, and the team that buys into him. And it's like this organism, like, that just feeds onto itself and becomes something greater and something bigger. And you know what? This is a special moment in Roma's history. One day, I think that this will be seen as a moment which people reflect really positively on, and one that helps Roma get to the next step. We know Italian football has been in better places. We know Roma's finances are tough. They cannot go out and buy Mbappe and Haaland. They have to do what they can. And today, this is a great demonstration of what it actually means to be a team and to fight together. I don't know another way to say it. If you have another feeling, if you think I'm being over dramatic, let me know right now in the comments too. You could yell at me. You could say, Wayne, come back down to earth. They haven't won anything yet. I get that. But at the same time, look at what this team did today. Romantada, 4-1 to Feyenoord, a team who was first in the Eredivisie ahead of Ajax, another very good team by 8 points, one that has zero expectations, one that is not fighting to get back into Champions League places, against a Juventus that just got 15 points back, against an Inter Milan who is very competitive, Martinez and Dzeko and all players, Barella, and a Milan who won the Scudetto last season. Roma is trying to achieve the impossible this season by getting back into the Champions League and can do something so positive right now with honestly a real chance to go and win this thing. Let's see who they draw in the semifinal. And then in the final, anything could happen right now. And that's such an important thing. Go ahead and drop me a like right now. I see over 50 people in this section right now. And you know what? That makes me so happy because I'm going to segue into a little personal story right now. I have always thought that in times in my life that I needed the club. I needed CBS, who I used to work for, whatever entity to push me forward. And you know what? The only people I needed was you to help me and help this channel grow and help the Roma community and overall the Italian football community. And I think we're doing something really good here tonight. And this is absolutely demonstrated by Roma's performance and the rest of the league as well. Italian teams doing really good in the face of economic stipulations, in the face of red tape, which gets in the way of letting these clubs and these teams make money because of stadiums and all the other nonsense that surrounds this league at times, guys. I'm going to start getting into the plethora of comments that we have right now. I think we're done with the timeline there. I think I walked through every one of these. Also a game, heavy rotation. I didn't even have time today. I was so excited. I didn't write into the banners or anything. Maybe I could, what was that, 4-1 Feyenoord? He'll throw a banner up right now. And there we go. Everyone's reminded properly of the scoreline. Here we go. But let's get into these right now. Okay, Matic and Cristante are my men of the match. Every guy on the team was my man of the match, but I was going to write on Twitter that man of the match, regardless of the win or the loss, was Matic, who was the deputy in front of the defense today. Such a good shield, that anchor who protected the D and also initiated the counter. Cristante, guys, played so good today too. And what did you say? Pellegrini is a jewel. What a mentality the guy possesses. He is at par with Terry. Yeah, John Terry. Yeah, good shout there. I just hope the management realizes what we have with a proper management. Classic Giorgi, Navin, Maran, Forza Roma. Forza Roma says, obviously we won because Totti and De Rossi were sitting next to each other watching the game. Forza Pellegrini, Dybala and Matic won us the game. Dybala magic, bro. And that felt good. Sure did. Unbelievable indeed. La Roma, la Feyenoord, no, the special one. Football heritage. What other manager besides Carlo Ancelotti do you want when it comes to a diamond in European football? And yeah, sure is a good moment for Pellegrini. Put that captain's armband back on and say, well, you know what? I'm not dead yet. This was just a slump. I'm back. I'm here to stay. It's time to take the reins once again of my team. Very proud of Pellegrini tonight. I don't want to say I ever gave up on him. I didn't. I always wanted him to come out and prove the haters wrong. At times, I did think he would have been on the bench. At times, I don't think he was in the best shape to be on the starting 11. There's definitely something that has been going on with Pellegrini, but sometimes the only way to fight through is by fighting, is getting back on your horse and doing it. And like I said, he picked up the reins and did an excellent job tonight. People questioning Jose and questioning the plan was wrong, HH says. Everyone associated with Feyenoord whined for a whole year. They're going to whine for another year, I think, SB. Paul said I was wrong. I said 3-1. Yeah, by 1 goal, but you were close, man. You were close. And Mourinho doing what Mourinho does. Jose masterclass. That's what everyone is feeling right now, guys, right? Matic insane. Could have 2 or 3 goals. Where's Marco? Where's our Marco? There he is. His first half was classic. Jose's garbage. His second half, he trusted his offensive players and sent them all out attack. That's what I call 30 shots, 77 attacking movements. Phenomenal. Yes. Wow. 77 attacking movements. What about that, guys? This game was so crazy. Red cards, injuries, clutch goals, easy goal miss. Morning said, you know what my wife said? She said, I would be happy if I paid for a ticket to go and see this match. And for my wife to buy into this, this was a good one, guys. Olandesi a casa, Ivano. Yes, assolutamente. Assolutamente. Questo olandesi a casa. Okay, we all saw the game, Wayne. Who is your man of the match? I have Matic and Cristante. For me, it's if I had to pick one, and you got to pick only one, right? I'm going Matic. He sets the tone. He makes it happen from a deep position. Many times we forget this as fans or in the highlight reels because you only see the move which happens in the half of the opponent or in the final third. But so much of that starts with the classy player that is Nemanja Matic, maybe the best Serbian player ever. What do we think about that, Marco? I know he's our house Serbian here. A lot of respect for Matic. You guys know ball, man. I gotta say, because everyone here, I think, sees just past the highlight reels and sees what this guy adds, the balance that he does to the team. Mourinho is the best. Yeah. Let's go. Mark says Matic. Yeah, he loves him. Enzo checks in. What's up, man? Enzo, also a great guy on Twitter. Someone definitely to follow for his insight. So you've been doing a great job lately too, I want to say. Carlo checks in. What a game. Do you have any Advil I could borrow? I'm going to have to save that for myself. I'm living off iced coffee and pizza right now. I will get to every comment. Absolutely, guys. Keep writing them in. Mancini, you should say like he's only missed, I think, 3 games this season, draws another red card today. Not that he drew it, but it comes because of a foul on him. He has a way of getting under the player's skin. What I have to say to Mancini is this. Is that a heart? What does that look like? That's a really poor heart. I don't think I would be a good professional celebration goal scorer. But Gianluca Mancini, guys, is phenomenal. Exponential growth season. Not enough to say about him. Where does this rank for top European games for you? In my lifetime, top 5. Barcelona, of course, is number 1. And maybe 3. Because you get the Conference League final, right? And then this might number 3 for me in my lifetime. I'm born 1990. I didn't live through 82, 83, the Champions League loss against Liverpool or any of that. I think they played Nottingham first in the semifinal of that. Enzo says, Wayne, you're invited to my house here in Toronto for a fresh glass of Arne Slot. Cheers. Thanks, Enzo. Yeah, that sounds good. When I get out to Toronto, still haven't been. I definitely intend to meet up, man. Hats off to players. They showed that they can play the highest level. It was all about them and their grinta. FYI, according to SofaScore, Roma had 4.78 XG, Feyenoord 1.18. So Roma almost equaling their XG. Sometimes you'll see XG at like 3 and Roma's goals is 0. So that's a good thing to have completed today. I think it's time to buy Koku, Marco says. I was thinking of that as well. This guy has a lot of guts. I think Koku, Turkish captain, 22 years old, regista, would be such a good fit for Roma. He possesses pretty much everything I like in a defensive midfielder. Ali says there's no being over dramatic with us Roma fans. We do all the way and hype we get. Jose is a master tactician. Dr. Antwi says, what's up, Doc? SB says, Serie A trending in the right direction. 5 teams have gone through, which should help. And semifinals drawn, Bayer Leverkusen. How about that, guys? Ooh, that's going to be a good one. Oh, man. Bayer Leverkusen. How do we feel about that? What's up, Matt? Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Appreciate this, guys. Appreciate the love. Mourinho versus Xabi is going to be good. Is Xabi Alonso the manager of Leverkusen? That would be crazy. Mourinho says, shout out to Spinazzola. He was great. Some points later in the match, he was in the midfield. Yeah. HH says, thank you for always showing up and letting us share our feelings together. Sure, HH. And Roma spirit is unreal. That's a good word there. Spirit. I like that, Adnan. Roma's spirit. Roma need four top quality players in order to get to the next level. Perhaps it's true. And Matic is the ultimate warrior of Jose. Wow, a lot of comments today, guys. Pellegrini was a beast. Hustle, running the plays, passing and shooting on point, all heart. Magic, brilliant, but sorry, my captain was an FN beast tonight. I'm not going to say that. YouTube might ban me. That resilience was insane. Again, hats off to our boys. Matic, no way, 34 years old, sprinting at 118 minutes the whole pitch. Yeah, good point, man. Like he kept it up for the entire game. Guys, 64 people in here tonight. This is incredible. Thank you for the love. Really appreciate this. I'm gonna keep going through the comments. Smalling injuries slightly worrying. Yes, I agree. What does this mean? I always talk to my wife before I get on YouTube. I'm like, what should I say? And she said, you should ask how this is going to play into the match against Atalanta, losing Smalling, who went out with the injury. Who else was out? Wijnaldum. How does this impact going against an Atalanta who's very well rested, one that's still fighting to get back into Champions League places, if not to be in the Europa League places next season. And Atalanta are good. Gianpiero Gasperini, one of the top 5 tacticians in Italy at the moment, right? I think we can agree on that unanimously. So how does that impact going into Monday's match? And thank God it is Monday. Like, thank you, Serie A, for not getting Roma in such a tedious position there with the turnover. Massimo De Domenico, we did it, Wayne. What's up, Massimo? First time, I think. Nice seeing you. I can't imagine being a Feyenoord fan right now. Feyenoord's going to win the league. They lost against Ajax, but they're having a really good season for them. Well drilled, hats off to them. They played a good match. I really think so. And Forza Roma says, bring on the Germans. I hope Sevilla trashes Juventus and we get our revenge. You know who I'm talking about. Sven's having problems here that he might have to run to the bathroom after reading that comment. Oh, man. Hold it in, Sven. Keep control of yourself. What was his name? Forza Roma. Monchi? Yeah, Monchi at Sevilla. Monchi. I tell you what, though, a couple of those purchases have paid off. Karsdorp has developed into a pretty important part of this team. And Cristante, don't forget Cristante. And Zaniolo brought in 30 million. So in retrospect, Monchi's work is finally paid off, we could say. He should have kept Nainggolan on, though. But what are you going to do? Club must have gone nuts. Yeah, Roma Club New York must have been absolutely nuts. Genie, not a Romanista. He loves Feyenoord. He pretended to be injured. Nah, Alex, I don't think so. LXGTV signs in. He just subscribed today. Welcome, LX, and says, I'm a diehard Jose Mourinho fan. I think many of us here too, and I really buy into what Jose has brought to this club. Of course, I'm a Roma fan first, and Mourinho comes in, I know, with his following. And so we have this integration here on this channel of many Mourinho fans, but also people who've been with the club since birth or from a very early age. So there's always this like, is Mourinho leading us on the right direction? Is Roma playing as well as they could? Is this the right way they should play? And it's proven tonight with a performance like this. Mancini is a meme. And yeah, other teams and other fans of teams totally hate Mancini. And he should be a starter for the national team with Bastoni. Those two together, I don't know why Mancini does not put Gianluca Mancini and Bastoni together. That to me seems like a no-brainer. Thank you, Doc. Thank you. Supporting Roma because of Mourinho. Dybala saved us. And then Marco says, I'm just saying the first half was very bad. It was okay. I think sometimes fans go to judge immediately, and sometimes the game, you have to settle in. The players have to get used to the tempo. Wijnaldum goes out. It shifts the tactics where they have to readjust now. And once Wijnaldum went out, you saw that they started playing long ball a little bit more. It got scrappy, but Roma readjust at halftime. So if Wijnaldum was going to go out, that was the perfect time for him to do that, where Jose could talk to them and say, no, this is the game plan. Stay on the right path. Stay calm. Stay tight. Don't let Cocu shoot from, the top of the 18. Keep him out, and you will get your chances. And I do think that was one reason why Roma were able to win today, is that reset going into the second half. And what about that comeback of Pellegrini? United lost. Oh my gosh. Is that why Sevilla went through? That's just clicking in my brain right now. United lost 3-0. Ooh, wow, that's shameful. That's shameful. Yes, for sure, Paul. For sure. Matic, yes, my man of the match. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping not, Morin. Um, Michael Talks Football, what's up, man? Nice to see you. Michael Talks Football is somebody who talks all football teams and was generous enough to share his platform with me last year and help me get established. It's a great channel, honestly. So check out Michael Talks Football there. At a point, we were playing with two defenders. Chaturunga's in, and Don. Hey, Don. I don't know if we've spoken before. Late for your stream, mate. That's okay. Mancini attacking a player and getting the other player off was epic. Collins, what's up? What's up? Yes, great game. And that Dybala goal, yeah, he spun on a dime. The kid's balance and ability to get the ball out from under his feet is second to none. A fuori classe, top player, somebody who, you know what? Look behind me. You see what number that is? Do you give that to Dybala? Because if I am Ryan Friedkin, you know what I do? I take Dybala and I say, 3-4-year contract, 4-year contract, 5-year contract. You're going to be the face of this club for the next half decade. I'm going to give you that number 10. I know a lot of you are going to disagree. Some of you are going to turn off your channel right now and say, this guy's crazy. But you know what? I love Dybala, and I think he's a world-class talent, one that has graced this team, one that works perfectly with Jose, and a leader as well. And I think that when you meet all these qualifications, it's time for that. It's time to pass the torch, guys. If not him, then when? What are we waiting for if it's not Dybala? If we play against Leverkusen like we did tonight, everything is possible. Ali says the X factor was Moo's statement before the match that we don't necessarily have to score early. The goals can come early or the last minute. We just have to score. I'd be happy to watch a Juve Roma Europa League final. Ooh. So let's see what that's looking like right now. Let's see what those standings are and what that's going to be. I think if we can get can someone write down what that's going to be now? Who progresses so it's Sevilla. Sevilla will play Juventus, no? Sevilla Juve is what I'm imagining. And then Roma Leverkusen. So imagine that would be so insane. I would love to go to that match. That would be an all-out war for the Europa League final, man. But we can't go there just yet. Jose will start using Kamara versus Atalanta. I don't know about that. We'll see. Almost gave up after Feyenoord scored and came Dybala. Me too, almost. I started writing on Twitter, I make drafts, and my little Roma, was just short. It was a great run in the Europa League, but now focus on the league, something like that. And then they score, and then and then the rest is history. Salmon checks in. English referee was good. He says he was good. Shout out to your wife. I don't ask my wife for her opinion on anything, especially Roma. No, she's my manager. We have to work as a team. More than half of my ideas come from her. So shout out to my wife. Diaroma from Malaysia. Nice, Jack. Cheers, man. Nice having you. Malaysia. Nice. We are international community here tonight. No, giving Monchi credit. Bad Wayne. Nah, look. Cristante Zaniolo. 30 million this kid's going to bring in. I don't care. I want Monchi tears. So do I, but I would rather play Sevilla than Juventus. Sevilla's not as good as Juve. Of course, man. Of course. Read every comment. Good to hear. Thank you. Spread it to your friends. If you're here from Roma or Mourinho, spread it to your friends. Tell them to subscribe. Thank you. Everybody, 67, just over 70 people were in here a second ago. Throw a like up there for me. I really appreciate that. And why does everyone hate Mancini? You know why? Because he gets under your skin, bro. He's not someone you would ever want to play against. Also, another guy I tie to a lifelong contract. Keep Gianluca Mancini forever. Yeah, maybe something in the future. I'm going to be in Leverkusen. Oh, Medan, you're going to have to send us some pictures from that one. We win Conference League. We win Europa League. And then we get, you know what, Alex? You get automatically inserted to the Champions League. This might be Roma's best shot now with those points back. But Roma are still in for the fourth position. Hopefully Smalling has a quick recovery, Sven says. Yep, stinks about those 15 points back. Amazing Jose. The first half was an equal game. Feyenoord didn't come to Rome to do anything. They had their tactics, and we needed to adjust. Jose. A lot of love for him tonight, guys. Do not forget the best match from a referee this season. It's totally true. Good for Roma to keep two doors open with Juve getting 15 points back. Yeah, absolutely. Part of me is Roma should have. It would be better for Roma if they only had a one-horse competition, if they could just focus on Serie A and try to solidify fourth. But you know what? It's another door. It's another way. And you go on, you win this Europa League. First of all, Rome's going to become insane if that happens. But then again, the financial implications and the sporting implications about taking this team to the next level would be, I mean, guys, incredible. I don't even think twice. Give the Dybala the number 10. He's earned it. 10 goals, last 3 games, Roma. Roma says, come to Toronto and help me spread the Roma prop here. Great stuff, Wayne, as always. Thank you. I know that Toronto has a good Roma community there, especially on Twitter, and guys I'm meeting here as well, and that's good to see. I think Toronto will be getting a lot more love from Roma and Serie A in the years to come because it's just too big of a market, and you can't ignore it. Marco agrees with me here. Dybala should get number 10. El Faraone, El Shaarawy, my man of the match. Never stops, always puts in 200%, comes in clutch. And man, wow, that's crazy. I can't believe that. I would hate the possibility of losing to the final. Yeah, but you got to go for it. You go for it, man. And Juventus just slipped up against Sassuolo. They're not unbeatable. They totally are. And Roma has beaten them this season. So 4 a.m. here in Nepal, not sleeping. Oh, the European nights. Nepal. I actually have a buddy from Nepal where I eat pizza in the city, interestingly enough. What a fascinating and beautiful country. No, I didn't mean to put that one up. Whoops. I clicked on the wrong comment. You can't curse on here. No cursing. I hope so. I love this club. Also, Llorente might need to get the start. What a great signing he's been. Awesome match. Yes, Fortunato. Dybala's goal reminded me of his Juve goal versus Lazio. First time ever that 5 Italian teams are in the European semis. What a good look, yeah? Pavi, if we play like this, we're winning on any given day. And do you think it will be difficult for Roma to compete in 2 comps with all these injuries? Yes. And Mourinho's going to have to rely on substitutes and rotation and being able to figure it out because there's 7 more matches. Tomorrow starts 31 out of 38 rounds of Serie A. And now you have at least 2 more games in the Europa League with travel to Germany. So not the simplest objective right now. The story started in Albania and ended in Rome. The match was bigger than a knockout game. It was the ending of the story. Oh, I like that. Very poetic. HS says, I'm from Lebanon. Roma have a big following in the Middle East. Wow, I didn't know that, HH. Also, Lebanon, place love to travel to ever since Anthony Bourdain went there. Beirut just looks beautiful. Have some friends who are Lebanese as well. And you guys know so many languages, French, Arabic, English as well. Obviously, many Lebanese people speak English. It's, I grew up in New Jersey, and if your parents or you're not from a different country, chances are you don't speak a different language. I speak Italian because I went to school extensively for it. I was inspired by my grandparents, and it's hard though. It's not like we're exposed as Americans all the time. Rocco says, I love Dybala, but you don't give Totti's 10 to a player who could leave for another team at any time and whose career is always in jeopardy due to his legs. So Rocco, that is stipulated on the fact that me giving the 10 to him, if I was in charge, is based upon the fact that he signs a 4 or 5 year deal and you have a serious discussion where he wants to stay in Rome. Why did Jose play out Llorente? Fitness, just getting the rotation in. Sven says we have a lot of Roma fans here in Denmark as well. Nice. Friend just moved out to Denmark. You give 10 to someone like Pellegrini. He lives for the shirt and can only become better with age. I don't know if Pellegrini is a true number 10, though. To me, he's an 8, to be honest. Marco says, oh, no. Sir Frederick Okai says because he had a yellow card. Oh, Llorente. Yeah, true. Guessing we'll play 4-2-3-1 versus Atalanta. We'll see. And Mourinho said a few weeks ago we're in Italy and Juve will get those points back. And that has proven true. I would love to have you here in Lebanon and show you around. Welcome any day. My home is open. Thank you, guys. And that's a lot of comments today. A lot of comments. And as a coach, I coach as a side job. And when I have my next film study with my midfielders, Enzo says, I'll be showing them Matic highlights. He's the embodiment of someone being the heart of a midfield. Ali says, the last 30, 40 minutes of the match, I could burst into tears. There was so much emotion built inside of me. It's been a surreal night. And wow, what a game. Matic was a beast. Surreal night indeed. One we will look back on. Romantada complete. Let me see if anything has popped up yet on in the news here. I'm sure that Mourinho has some comments, and he sure does. I'm going to stream these live or translate them live. This is with Sky after the match, and the commentator, the journalist asked, "Is this a win different from the others?" And he says, "I think yes. Some have different opinions. The team played really well in a difficult match to handle. The situation with Dybala doesn't help to prepare for the match." My browser just skipped around. Hold on. And Wijnaldum did not help. His situation did not help handle it because it made me sacrifice a change. It made me change a player. I knew that putting in Dybala would always have been. I had to give him like a level of protection because he wasn't fully fit. The boys played with courage and intelligence and had a great game. Feyenoord are a great team, but we were superior. So gives a little bit of a background there on how he didn't really want to put in Dybala on his experience. He says, "I have 150 matches in Europe, and I understand it because I have white hair." I have always said to the guys that it wouldn't be like the match against Salzburg or Bodo Glimt. If we were 1-0 up in the 90th minute, for me, that would be perfect. With the analysts, we have handled the match well. The change of Wijnaldum created a lot of problems for me. When I put in Dybala, I had to put in also others because the third window, I don't know what he means, la terza finestra, the third window was always for him in case of an unfortunate, maybe like the third change. He wanted to keep an extra sub. It's my boys who run and they play, and I'm very happy for the boys. And then asked by Sky, and when Sky gets on, he goes, "Non c'è Cassano, vero?" There's no Cassano there, right? He's gonna speak, and speaking about his work with Roma, he says, "I have the experience to understand the work that I'm doing because I'm calm, equilibrato. I'm, equilibrated, balanced. As I've always said for a long time, I'm in a phase of my career where the players are as important as the fans. I am the last of importance. I'm always looking to give joy to the fans and to the boys and give them the conditions to grow." And once again, I'm live translating this from Italian into English, which is why I sound a little bit choppy. Trust me, I can read in English fine. It's just when you translate, it takes a minute to think. I'm really happy about this. Today, beyond the victory, I am sure that if we didn't win, the fans would be happy just the same. Dybala, until the very end, was in doubt, and then the unfortunate, the injury for Wijnaldum and Smalling. I'm never angry with my boys. Also, when they lose with my guys, they pushed to their limits. However, now we must rest and think about Bergamo. We must forget the Europa League. Getting them already at the end of this Romantada, this great night. He says, nope, we got to start thinking about Atalanta again. Last quote here I have for us, guys, on Dybala. My feeling is that this is weird. La mia sensazione è che cercava più che la fiducia. That he was looking more than trust doesn't add up for me. He has found the joy that he's lost and has found it again. He has found a beautiful group, a great group, and a manager that understands him. The public loves him, and he has the space on the field with Pellegrini and Cristante, who have great character and have discovered leadership. He is a great guy. He's a great guy. I also think he has the quality to do more, to play in a team stronger in the world and has reason and is right. But here he has found love and joy. So he's even saying like Dybala can play on any team, but here he has found love from the fans and he's found joy and he looks happy again. And he says, I see this also on the pitch. I gave him the trust also to be able to get out from the first minute after the change. So even if he went on and didn't feel good, like, let me know, he's saying, let me know if you need to come back out. At the end of it, he plays almost a match, and Mourinho ends there. So a lot of good things there, Mourinho says. And I like that. He says, like, even if Dybala played 1 minute and he didn't feel good, like, let me know. He cares about these boys. I get the impression that this is Mourinho really loves being here and loves his team. The players love him back. I'm gonna keep going through these guys. Let's see. Bongani, Roma. As far as I heard, the 15 points are not solidified. Let's see. Marco says, yeah, it's not his. I've watched at least 3 captains for Roma and 10 is for the best player. I tend to agree with Marco here. But also my idea, my rationale is based upon Dybala signing a long-term agreement, removing the clause for him to leave at a at a relatively low fee. So once you get rid of that, then we could talk. El Shaarawy, what a player, puts on his hard hat and goes to work. We are tactically very good. Matic and Chris are immense. Dybala, the genius. Lorenzo, I love you. Mourinho is proving English media is garbage. Jose says, 4 a.m. here in India. What's up, India? We got Nepal, India, Serbia. Where else today? This is phenomenal. Did you see the Mourinho celebrations in the last minute? Yeah, going up to the Curva Sud. So good. Wayne, would you say this was the most entertaining game under Roma's Mourinho? For sure. Never have I seen Jose's Giallorossi have so many goal-scoring actions, so many offensive sequences. And don't forget Cristante with stitches. He played 120 and finished as he started, as so did our captain. Yeah, 120 minutes with those stitches. Rocky Balboa, Cristante. People may not recall the idea of Dybala wearing number 10 was first introduced by the legend himself. Totti offered it to Dybala before he signed for us. Dybala wanted to earn it. I think he has. Sven says, I love your channel. Thank you, brother. Thank you. And yeah, El Shaarawy was insane. So those comments to bounce back from Mourinho speaks about, that he's been around the block. He's got the experience to help these boys and doesn't get overwhelmed and helps the boys stay stable and calm in moments where it's tough. Shout out to Feyenoord. I think we could say that. Played a strong game. And just Roma was the superior team. More quality. What else could we say here tonight? We look at that starting lineup one more time. Roma, Feyenoord, Europa League. So this started with Mancini, Smalling, and Llorente, right? And then in midfield, you get Cristante and you get Matic to start. Zalewski on the right, who had a quiet game. I think Mourinho wanted him to chill a little bit, find and take space when he could, but not overcommit. And Spinazzola on the left, who did really well against Johan Baksh, as well as Gertruida, and was just so much better with the ball and got past them 1v1 quite a few times. Up ahead, Wijnaldum, Pellegrini, Belotti. Belotti starts this one, puts in a good shift. I think he had an assist, right? Or at least he played that ball into Pellegrini, and then he comes out for Abraham, who of course makes the go-ahead goal for Roma there, where El Shaarawy converts it, and Wijnaldum, of course, gets subbed out by El Shaarawy. Did I say El Shaarawy gets subbed out? Wijnaldum gets subbed by El Shaarawy. Sorry. Yeah, it's been a crazy day here. Been a long night. Having homemade pizza now and wine to celebrate. Nice. You deserve it. Every Roma fan deserves that tonight, I think. And we should all sing Grazie Roma. Yes, like the team did at the end of, the fans did at the end of regular time. Going into extra time, they were singing L'Inno di Roma, the Ino. Matic, awesome, rolling back his prime form. My heart stopped when Kambula came in. What a match. Watching in Panama. Yeah. Here we go, Panama. We're all over today. We need a Smalling backup, seriously. Watching from Belgium last hour from Roma was insane. If we keep playing like this, we could even win back European trophies, win back-to-back European trophies. Sorry, I am losing my voice here. Sam says we wouldn't have conceded if Smalling was still playing right in the middle. Matic, game of his career. Imagine being on YOLO now. Yeah, I bet he's regretting it a little bit. Gertruida, one of the best players for Feyenoord. Gertruida, the player with Curacao background. Why am I obsessed with Curacao? Because I love the Caribbean. If you've never been out to the Caribbean, you got to get out there. Curacao is one of the ABC islands. I've been to Aruba, which is also Dutch, since we're talking about the Netherlands today. Beautiful island. Belgrade loves Roma. Bogdan, do you know our buddy Marco? Good to hear. How lucky the assistance referee today awarded a throw instead of a corner, and everything changed. A little bit of luck there. I don't know how that ref missed that, how that linesman was unable to get that. But hats off to the team, a team performance, big character, big guts, one that shows unity. deep down, they had to dig, forced the comeback. They were down a goal against a solid, expertly coached team from Rotterdam, one that leads the Eredivisie. Not just one of starters, but the entire squad. We see Abraham come in and how much he's grown, the positive attitude he brings, even when he doesn't start. Not the guy who's going to score a ton of goals anymore, but the one who collaborates with his teammates and helps them and is the perfect link-up forward that he's really becoming. He can really still add to his game. Ibanez, who gets in there. Selic, who is forced to come on and add some defensive stability. Dybala, who totally changes the complexion of this game. Top-notch Dybala, the fuori clase, and El Shaarawy, who comes in and then goes out. On the bench there, it was running thin, guys. On the bench, Kamara barely plays. Bove, Volpato, Boer, Tahirovic, Svilar. Like, we're down to the last few guys here. The squad is running really thin. Mourinho is maxing out exactly what he can do with these guys. Oh man. Yeah, we got some Serbian going on here. You're gonna have to translate that, Marco. The fine word right back. Yeah, that's I just said his name. I'm losing it. Gertruida. There we go. Yeah. Atmosphere at the Olimpico tonight was electrifying and surreal enough to turn or metamorphosize everyone watching this match into a Romanista. Absolutely. I think there we go. Yeah, it's time we get a little banner up here of the Curva Sud. And this is from the match against Udinese, where in the good or the bad, the captain remains. El Capitano rimane tale. The captain remains, giving that support to Pellegrini. And what that means, going into this week now and this game. Totti was thrilled for us to win. It wasn't a throw-in, it was a corner. Yeah, it should have been. Pay $50 million for Gertruida. What a baller. Ooh. Spinazzola also played incredibly, one of the most underrated players. And Matt says, I hate to be the guy, but the throw that led to our goal was definitely a throw. Yeah, it was. And yes, electrifying. Okay, this is the dream, guys. Roma now approach Leverkusen, doing a ton of stuff. We're going to do a preview for Atalanta. Maybe you got to see me take my little scooter ride earlier in the week, and that was on Monday, and make some pasta fazool. Hope you got to see that as well. Subscribe to this page. 68 people in here right now. There were 75 a few minutes ago. Give me that subscription. Throw a like up there before you leave. Anything else you want to say? If this is a recording, if you're joining us late, throw in comments just as well. I reply with every single one, and I love hearing from you. So thank you. And yes, great season for Calcio. I'm going to get this banner out of here real quick. Let me get that out of your face. There we go. And instead, we get the captain. Great performance. Captain's performance today. Raghav says it can go really bad in this season, but what we have achieved with this squad till now is commendable. Don't forget this. It is. It's not over yet. As much as we're happy and ecstatic about this performance, it's not over. Roma haven't achieved anything yet. It's one thing to be positive. It's another to stay composed and keep your eye on the prize for the marathon that is of Roma's season at this time. And I think Chiara, I think that we can take them. Thanks for joining. I think Chiara Gabriele, I believe this is your first time. Thanks for joining in. Hit the like button. Yeah, there we go. Guys, my voice is almost gone. I think I need some honey right now, some honey and tea. Thank you so much for joining. It seems like a crime to leave when I have over 60 people in here. At least I know it might be more challenging to go live when you're living in the moment, whether that's happy or sad. This has been a great episode as always. Thanks for giving us the community to be a part of, and absolutely my pleasure. Yeah, no, it's fun. It's fun to go live in the moment. It's really cool. But thanks for joining in today, guys. Really, and I hope that we'll continue buzzing. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Tomorrow's Friday. Thank God it's Friday, and then we head into the weekend. We can enjoy without any Serie A. We can be casual fans, Romanisti, as the game's not until Monday. But be on the lookout for that preview. Ooh, good stuff. Thank God. Roma needed this one. This is I'm very what's the word? Proud of the boys tonight. You're doing good, but check your picture quality. Thanks. Hopefully it was okay for you. All right, we'll talk soon, guys. Thank you so much. Ciao.